A crowd appeared and they began to look at the pictures. This was a community where pictures and photography was not normal. So this was really a sort of extraordinary moment. But while the kind of chaos and joy of all of this was going on, there's a man came up to me. He came to me and said, "Can you help me? My wife is pregnant." I remember going to Phileas Juice, who are communicating in the area, and I explained to him what had just happened. And I was really trying to determine what was culturally appropriate because I didn't want to jump into something that I didn't need to jump into. So we talked it through a little bit and we decided, well, we'll go with this man. And a woman came out and sat on a kind of makeshift bench. And in kind of Bible language, she was great with child. She was very pregnant. And I could look at her and tell, not even being a physician, she was very ill. I mean, she was very, very ill. And Jan, I don't remember quite your intersection in this story.
So that happened. Carrie, who was our videographer, and I sat back because that big video camera, you know, we didn't need an entourage. You were going to pray for her and to investigate more. And you came back and you said, she is really sick. And we said, let's get her to the hospital right now.
Right. And I remember because this was a very poor family, they didn't have the funds to even go to the hospital. We got word through Phileas that they had a healthy baby girl and had named the girl Jan. But before we left, the physician said to us that had she not made it to the hospital, quite literally, she and or her baby would have died.
Right. And I remember when she was so sick, it was almost being shunned because I think they had written her off.
Yeah, they had written her off as in the community that perhaps there was an evil spirit in her. But for some reason, she was being shunned. And now having had a baby, she was no longer in that shunned space.
Right. She was a miracle and the baby was a miracle.
We learned a little bit after we got home that the baby's full name was Jan Henderson, which is my last name, John Bull. And in subsequent conversations with Phileas, I learned that the custom in this part of Sierra Leone among people and childbirth is that they name the child after someone significant in their lives. And quite literally, Jan and Gary Henderson were significant in this child's life. I know as we reflected on it, Jan, and I know as I reflected on it, it was literally one of those life-saving moments.
And you and I, of course, we like to joke that we have a baby together.
Oh yeah, baby. You know what? You know, I'm almost every time I'm in a group and we're together, if I'm with somebody who doesn't know you, I whisper and say, that's my baby mom over there. and then I quickly have to explain it, okay? And then when I tell them this, I say, her husband knows it and my wife knows it too. It was clearly one of those serendipitous moments. It was not our agenda that day, but it's like if somebody had been praying, help was on the way.